What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the title's going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Now check it out. Not gonna lie. If y'all didn't watch my last video I posted, like I said in my last video, I definitely appreciate the prayers, the support that y'all give. I'm not gonna get sentimental, I'm not gonna get sad or nothing like that on y'all. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I am going through some things. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not gonna do that. My family is, but I know that guy got it. I know he got it under control. It's nothing crazy to what people think it is. I don't want y'all to assume the worst. But there are, some things that's going on that, I'm not gonna go too much in detail about, but I definitely appreciate, every single one of y'all for everything that y'all do. One thing about it that I always know, when it comes down to it, that it's people that I don't know. It's people that I don't know that are literally my biggest supporters. And that's why I thank y'all so much. Mental health is definitely something that's tough on a lot of people. One thing about it is that when I talk to y'all, when I'm doing these videos, and all a lot of people like, oh, just take a break, take a day or two, take it. When I tell y'all that doing this and y'all, the responses y'all give, the support that y'all give, like, it means a lot. It's just like having those people, those friends, that family, that you're talking to every day. So a lot of it, when I do get on camera and stuff like that, y'all always see it like, you seem better today, or I'm telling y'all, like, it means a lot. Every day, getting up, and I thank God, doing these videos, it means a ton. I'm telling y'all, it means a lot. So one thing about it, if you're going through anything, like I said, my DMs are always open. It's I am the real reckless on Instagram. But when I say that, it's something that I never probably would have known that, I didn't know that I would experience this, over the years. But one thing about it is that, I'm here for other people, and that you're not alone. That's definitely what I say. But like I said, not to get, sad or anything like that. It's pretty wild. This is pretty wild what's going on right now. This says here, meet Aman Abdul. Pretty sure that's how you say her name. I'm not 100%. If I did say it wrong, I apologize. But what she, has done, I kind of don't want to apologize. Says this is, former youth organizer for AOC. She posted the exact location of a Brooklyn high school with a large Jewish student population, and it told 25,000 followers to attack. Says next day, New York Police Department arrested her on terrorism charges. Says here, this is from open source intel. Former AOC youth organizer Aman Abdul was arrested for urging 25K Instagram followers to attack a New York high school with Jewish students. Says she faces terror threat, harassment, and mass harm charges. So there's a lot, a lot. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna show y'all another. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all that. I'm gonna show y'all the things that she did and all. But right here, it's a post from Councilwoman Anna Vernikov. I'm telling y'all, I'm horrible with names, bro. So I apologize. But this councilwoman says nobody comes to my district and threatens to attack my constituents without consequences. On Thursday, we were alerted that a former AOC youth organizer urged her followers to, I guess I can't say organizer today, urged her followers to attack a New York high school just because Jewish students attended. This school is in my district. We immediately contacted the New York Police Department Intel Division, demanded her arrest, and requested police presence by the school, especially as the school years begin in a few weeks and children will be on campus. Let's be clear with that. And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something right quick. One thing about it is I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to scare anybody by saying this. I don't want to think, but this is the exact reason, because everybody's not in a position to do this either. This is the exact reason why, We have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. It's about to be 2, September 13th. 2 little girls. This is the exact reason on why I literally want them homeschooled, because you literally have people like this that are literally wanting to take innocent lives for no, I'm telling y'all, bro, for no, just sick people. I'm telling y'all, very, very sick. And it's honestly so crazy. And I pray for all students going to school. You know, I try to, pray every single day when it comes to stuff like that, praying for, these kids, that's going to school, and praying that they have a better day, a good day. Because one thing about it is that, kids struggle with mental health, already, and it's, you never know nobody's struggle. But then you have people like this that are wanting people and having people, wanting people or them doing it, and going to these schools. I'm telling y'all, it's absolutely insane, bro. Absolutely insane. It says here, yes, Amin Abdul, a 27-year-old from Brooklyn, reportedly former youth organizer for AOC, was arrested and charged with making, a threat, endangering the welfare of a child, aggravated harassment, and making a threat of mass harm after posting the location of this high school for, says alongside language urging an attack against the school attended by Jewish students. Pretty crazy. Says AOC's campaign has denied that Abdul was ever formally on the staff, though multiple reports indicate that Abdul worked on her 2018 campaign as a youth organizer. Abdul has pleaded not guilty to the charges, and the investigation is ongoing. One thing about it, lock it behind bars. One thing, too, is that AOC, I'm going to definitely say this, AOC, when it comes to stuff like this and they get to lying, I feel like it's more to it. Instead of just saying, yes, she was, formerly on staff, or, the things that she did, we, just apologize. Rather than, oh, yeah, we going to deny it. Nah, she wasn't on staff. It makes it look more like it, I feel like it's more to it. People are saying it's a stretch because it's so, it's years back. I don't put it past nothing. I'm not going with that. The whole thing with Tim Walz and dude, like, it's so many things that's going on, within the left. People need to realize, bro. Like, if y'all actually think about it, there's a lot that's going on with the left. It is a lot going on with the left. And that's exactly why people are leaving the Democratic Party. Says AOC former youth organizer posted a Google Maps screenshot of a public high school in Brooklyn with a large Jewish population and urged her followers to attack the school for whatever reason. Sick. These people are absolutely sick. So this is the school right here. This is her post. Says if anyone needs public school in New York to attack for whatever reason, they've all gone. It says here they've all gone on birthright. So she literally posted the location. I'm telling y'all, bro, this is sick, bro. This is definitely sick, and that's pretty sad. That you literally have people that do this. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm telling y'all. But furthermore, this right here is another young woman. This woman helped AOC. Help get AOC elected in their first election. But it says here now she's grown up and wants young people to reject left-wing policies. Check out what this young woman has to say.
I was 25. I helped get AOC elected. I made a video for her campaign that went super viral. I met her a ton of times, and I was a huge AOC person. Now I'm 35, and like every stereotypical person, I've grown up and I've learned that these feel-good politics of promising free food, free college, free apartments, like it feels so good when your frontal lobe is not fully developed and you're thinking more in black and white that this is going to be good, right? You're indoctrinated as a young person in America to believe that capitalism is bad and all your problems are because of these evil business owners. But I have to warn young people, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And we've seen time and time again in countries and cities that adopt these socialist programs is that the rich people who are going to pay for them are going to leave because of high taxes. And then one example of this on a smaller scale is in New York in 2019, there was a law that was passed by the state house, all Democrats, to pause rent hikes on rent stabilized apartments. Landlords, because of this law, can only raise the rent by 2%. So say in 1970, someone was paying $200 a month. You're now going to be paying $220 a month in 2025. But the problem is that rent stabilized apartment needs to be renovated and brought up to 2025 code. So because of this law, what's happened is now there are tens of thousands of empty apartments in New York that are rent stabilized that the landlords are not renovating because they know they cannot make their money back if they renovate them. And again, these landlords are not like evil people. Many of them are small businesses, they're working on a margin. And so it's not affordable for them to, landlords are letting these apartments now sit empty and go into foreclosure. And so that's why we have such a bad housing crisis right now in New York, is because of these leftist policies that feel so good to vote for. But you guys have to understand, like, that's not how things work. Mom Donnie, like, I think he's tapping into something that's so real. This feeling from young people, they want to make a difference. They want the world to be a better place. But unfortunately, his policies are not going to be the things that fix our city. The policies that we really, really need are going to be less regulation, less taxes, guys. We need more innovation from individuals and less government in our lives. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. And like, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I know that free everything paid for by the government is not the solution. And it may make you feel good now, but down the road, you're going to pay for it.
So one thing that I love about this video is that you have somebody that people was putting in the comments, ex-Democrat or, whatever, she goes, they, asking. But one thing that I definitely love about this is that she did it, helped her get elected, went by that and then actually noticed what was really going on. Sometimes it takes people to do that, Sometimes it's just one of those things. This is saying for it, but, it's just one of those things. Or somebody going to say it. But it's just one of those things, you try it out for yourself. You see it, and then you start realizing, like, this is not it. Like, what is going on? Like, and I feel like that's exactly what happened to her. And she's actually realizing what's going on. And I feel like that is something that is amazing for other young people to see. That's why I always people to see, but also young people. But what I absolutely love is the simple fact that I always tell people, I come from a Democratic family, my whole family, still is to this day, but seeing, change and just seeing me change, about, different things and actually what's going on. I love to tell people, I love to educate people. I don't know if y'all know what Twins' new trend is, but make sure y'all go give them a subscribe. Please. That's Twins, the new trend. I'm pretty sure, I don't think they were Democrats, but I know they came from a Democratic family. It's Tim and Fred, good friends that actually live here in Indiana with me. Not too far from me, actually, I'm pretty sure still. And, I was talking to them. And one thing about it is they're learning every day, about things that's true. I'm not going to say that they're conservative. I'm not going to say, and I'm pretty sure that, independent, still learning. I feel like it's amazing to do that. I definitely feel like it's amazing to do that. This is not the first time that I've actually helped somebody that or was either independent or, Democrat, or even, conservative, Republican, anything like that. I love to do my best and try to, educate and learn, as much as possible, because I feel like it's definitely lit. I feel like it's important, me being 27, educating the younger, generation is definitely important. They may not look at it now to where, oh, this is not important. It's very important. And people need to realize, wake up and, realize what's going on around them. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.